Hello, dear friends. This issue has been on my mind and heart for some time now. Opinion piece. Why do communes fail? Social isolation. Galactic hippies. Keys to Aquarius. Bohemian lifestyle. Difficult adaptation. Individualistic spirit. Economic challenges. Diversity of opinions. Technical limitations. Independent thinking. Interpersonal conflicts. Personal independence. Autonomy and freedom. Naivety is paid for dearly. Innovation and creativity. Individualism and solidarity. Individual and collective balance. Let's start. Living in a community is a very valuable experience, and every idealistic human being aspires to live in a spiritual brotherhood with their peers in a community or eco-village in one way or another. But this ideal ends up failing in many cases because the frequency of the new era of Aquarius is not well understood. This sign is communal, but it is also very geeky and individualistic, and it is not easy to combine both aspects. A community cannot be uniform like a barracks or a prison. They cannot all be the same because each one is different and has his own personality. Instead of homogeneous communities, the age of Aquarius values the creation of communities where diversity is celebrated and each individual can be authentic. This leads to a society where differences are respected and integrated, which strengthens the social fabric. We are all equal in respect, dignity, and rights, but each one has different origin, mission, and cosmic destiny. Therefore, together but not mixed, or each one in his house and God in everyone's house, as it is said in my country. In any case, the success of a community is related to the spiritual and cultural level of its members. I admire all the hippie communities that exist in the world for their search for freedom, equality, and fraternity in communion with nature. But the problem I see is the lack of hygiene and economic precariousness, or the treasure of holy poverty, as Saint Francis of Assisi said. It is not about creating a primitive society like the Flintstones, but about returning to the origin with the comforts of modern life. The hippie movement is a countercultural, libertarian, and pacifist movement born in the 60s in the USA. Due to their rejection of consumerism, they usually opt for voluntary simplicity, whether for spiritual, artistic, political, or ecological reasons. The following neo hippie generations keep the movement alive with the Rainbow Family, among others. Definition. A commune is a group of human beings who live together without submitting to established social norms. It is also a form of social and economic organization based on collective property and the elimination of conventional values. The origin of the name and function comes from the urban communes of, of the Middle Ages, independent of a feudal lord. An eco-village is a small-scale, intentional community that pursues social, ecological, and economic viability so that it can be maintained for a long time without depleting resources or causing harm to the environment. Its principles are based on respect for nature, the use of renewable energy, sustainability, both food and economic, recycling, and the use of ecological construction materials based on bioconstruction. Galactic hippies. We know that there are also hippies on other planets who live in peace, love, and freedom in full communion with nature, but with all the comforts and with advanced, totally ecological technology. The term galactic hippies refers to a subculture within the hippie movement that is characterized by a fusion of pacifist and libertarian ideals with a focus on spirituality and connection with cosmos. Galactic hippies can be considered a more specific branch within the broader neo-hippie movement. While neo-hippies seek to revive and update the original hippie spirit, galactic hippies add an additional layer of cosmic mysticism and futurism to that foundation. The term galactic suggests search for connection with the universe and a view of life that transcends the earthly. This can include beliefs in extraterrestrial life, universal spirituality, and a focus on harmony with the cosmos. Galactic hippies embrace a bohemian lifestyle, often rejecting conventional social norms and seeking more communal ways of living. In addition, galactics place greater emphasis on connection with the universe and broader spiritual concepts, tending to incorporate ideas about extraterrestrial life, spiritual energies, and spirituality. New Age. The Age of Aquarius uniquely combines the individualistic and communal spirit, creating a balance between personal expression and collective connection. This new age brings with it a transformation in the way we conceive of individuality and community. The Age of Aquarius is an astrological concept that refers to a period of 2160 years, during which the dominant energy of Aquarius influences the collective evolution of humankind. This age is characterized by values such as individualism, innovation, freedom, equality, and technological advancement, as well as a deep sense of global and community awareness. Aquarius integrates individualism and communitarianism by celebrating the authenticity and originality of every living human being, while promoting global awareness and inclusive collaboration. This balance between the personal and the collective is what defines the spirit of this new age, where personal freedom and community well-being not only coexist but enhance each other. The individualistic spirit of Aquarius manifests itself in the emphasis of self-determination, originality, and personal expression. Aquarius is a sign that values independence and unconventional thinking, promoting the idea that each human being has a unique path to follow on special contribution to make to the world. Aquarian energy fosters innovation in all areas of life, encouraging people to think outside the box, challenge established norms, and create new ways of living and working. Individualism. The individualistic spirit in the Aquarian age encourages living human beings to express their uniqueness and develop original ideas. This is a focus on individual growth and the exploration of one's own consciousness and the ability to think independently and question established norms is valued. There is a strong desire for personal freedom and independence from social restrictions or conventions that limit self expression. This can be seen in movements that promote self determination, individual rights, diversity, human rights, and international cooperation. In the age of Aquarius, the challenge and opportunity lie in balancing the individualistic spirit with the communal spirit. Personal development and self realization are not in conflict with collective well being. In fact, they complement each other. As individuals are empowered, they can make more significant contributions to society. As individuality is valued, it is also recognized that innovation comes from collaboration and the exchange of ideas. The Age of Aquarius encourages the creation of inclusive communities where diversity is valued and each individual can contribute from their own unique perspective. Despite this emphasis on individualism, Aquarius is also a sign deeply connected to the idea of community and collective collaboration. The communal spirit is reflected in the focus on equality, social justice, and global well being with a sense of collective responsibility toward the planet and its inhabitants. In essence, a vision is proposed where individual development is not at odds with community well being, but rather both feed off each other to create a more conscious, innovative, and connected society. Challenges. Communes and eco-villages face several challenges that hinder the optimal functioning and long-term viability, such as economic challenges, practical problems, social and cultural challenges, diversity of opinions, technical limitations, and infrastructure. Maintaining renewable energy systems, waste management, and food production can be technically challenging and expensive. Establishing an eco-village requires considerable investment and infrastructure and land, which can be prohibitive. Many communities struggle to achieve economic self-sufficiency and rely on external income. In addition, living too close can generate tension and disagreements between community members, so it is sometimes necessary to keep their distance. In addition, consensus processes and assemblies can be slow and complex in decision making, making efficient management difficult. Problems. Some ecovillages are located in remote areas, which can limit access to essential services and employment opportunities. Many ecovillages operate in a legal vacuum, which can lead to problems with local authorities. For many, the change from an urban lifestyle to a community based rural lifestyle can be difficult to adapt to and maintain in the long term. In addition, differences in goals and philosophies among members can lead to internal conflicts. Despite these challenges, some eco-villages have managed to overcome these difficulties and operate successfully for decades. Success depends largely on careful planning, commitment of members, and the ability to adapt to changes and challenges that arise over time. Economy. Soft landing or recession, the economy creates doubts. Asian stocks are hitting for their best week in more than a year. Hard assets are having a great day. Gold is over $2,450. Silver is up almost 3%. Copper is up more than 2%. Iron is experiencing one of the biggest collapses in history, and is warning of a global crisis. The South does 90% of the wealth's work, but only owns 20% of this wealth. Nearly half of Canadians struggle to meet daily expenses due to rising prices. China. China's bond market intervention reveals concerns about its financial stability. China is acquiring mines, restricting the export of minerals where it has monopolies, and seeking de-dollarization. China develops a new engine that will save up to 90% of fuel. China sues the EU over tariffs on electric cars. Europe. Eurozone, Eurozone growth remains stable, but German industrial sector remains wake. Imposing inferno. 24-meter-high flames surround Athens. The Swedish government announced on Thursday that the number of people leaving Sweden will outnumber those arriving by 2024 for the first time in more than 50 years. Germany and Austria are following Sweden's lead by expelling illegal male migrants of military age who have no intention of integrating into European society. Blogger Andrew Tate believes the UK is a powder keg waiting to explode. British authorities are threatening to arrest citizens who retweet any material deemed a hate crime. Ireland to crack down on social media companies refusing to remove alleged hate speech. USA. The EU has sent a letter to Elon Musk demanding that he censor Donald Trump during his interview. It has threatened Musk with legal consequences if he doesn't prevent the spread of what it calls disinformation in quotes, but is simply censorship of opinions. Donald Trump says, "I don't want to be mean to Iran. I hope we are friendly." Trump to put up a bulletproof glass shield for his outdoor events. Kamala Harris prepares to clamp down on cryptocurrencies if elected. A group of 80 nuns defies Wall Street on the outskirts of Kansas City. Spain. Algeria negotiates with Spain the construction of a submarine cable to export electricity. More than 30,000 lightning bolts struck the Mediterranean this Wednesday. Torrents overflowed, flights cancelled, and several people rescued in the Balearic Islands. Americas. The economy of the Americas is expected to grow by 1.8% in 2024. The population of domestic pets in American metropolises, the Americas metropolis, is growing. Mexico is once again establishing a dominant party regime, says an analyst. Mexico City celebrates its origins with an offering, a fire, and a prayer. Panama will begin repatriation flights for irregular migrants in the coming weeks. The Colombian government apologizes for the false positives of families in Antioquia. The Ecuadorian government adopts measures to confront the water crisis and blackouts. Argentina proposes a reform so that the armed forces patrol the streets. Milei celebrates the fall in inflation in the midst of the recession that Argentina is going through. Industrial activity in Argentina has plummeted by 20% in the last year. Extreme poverty in Argentina. More than 1 million children do not have food for dinner. Former Argentine President Alberto Fernández charged with alleged mistreatment of his ex-partner. Alberto Fernández resigns as president of the Justicialist Party. Doors of Maduro's opponents in Venezuela are marked with an X. And that's all for today. Thanks a lot, dear friends.